Thanks for joining us, everybody. We start tonight with some grim and concerning numbers around violent crime and juveniles in our community. Now, according to the Shelby County Juvenile Court's annual report, the number of young people placed in detention went down from 3,952 in 2012 to 689 in 2021. Now, that includes delinquent, special, unruly, runaway, dependent, and neglected complaints. But get this. Homicides committed by juveniles have risen in 2021, 6 times more than in 2012. With those numbers going up, the question is, how do you keep those numbers down? Consider this. Young people unfortunately see death in movies, video games, and sometimes on social media. And those things have made the matter of death trivial, often glamorizing the very serious circumstances surrounding something so tragic. Brittany Moncrief spoke with a crime investigator who shows youth what death looks like and just how real it is.
Parents expect to be buried by their kids, and now we may have more kids being buried by their parents.
And that is the problem. P.D. Ware is a death investigator. She wrote a book for youth and holds monthly sessions, particularly for juveniles who have gone through the justice system or are currently in it, about the realities of death.
2018, gun violence became the leading cause of death for our kids.
And the numbers are worse for young men, particularly black men.
For young men, they're 6 times more likely to die due to gun violence than young women. But for our African-American young men, they're 18 times more likely to die from gun violence than our Caucasian young men.
So P.D. Ware gives it to youth straight.
I tell them the exact process of what happens once death occurs. Death has its own smell to it. You could see stuff on TV, but when you're up close and personal, when you've had to touch death, that's a whole different ballgame.
Showing tools and equipment to drive home the reality.
The one thing that nobody wants to see is a child or a teenager in one of these, in a body bag. Death seems so commonplace now, and that's what a heartbreak is.
Listen to this. That's my heartbeat. P.D. Ware gives youth this special coded shirt so they can see and hear their heart beating, showing just how valuable life is.
It's the only muscle in the body that never stops working from the time that you're born until the day that you leave this earth. Life means promise and hope and inspiration.
And should be lived to the fullest and never be incomplete. In Millington, I'm Brittany Moncrief.